Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you the full guide of the latest addition to the game, to the weaponry, the Circuit Breaker, that can be claimed from the scoreboard at rank 35. So not very far into the scoreboard you can get Circuit Breaker and later on unlock a lot of skins for it. It is a very unique weapon. But before we continue, please allow me to advertise my turtle merch. Thanks to amazing artist Zenith I have new graphics that are now available on t-shirts, hoodies, even hats. And some of them have front and back graphics, some of them just in front, depend what you need. You can select various colors, various designs, like this one. On the front, you have Angry Turtle in Morgantown, post-apocalyptic theme, and on the back, may the shell be with you. Huge selection, choose whatever you like, and it will support the channel. So thank you in advance. And now let's continue about the weapon. First, after you claim it from the scoreboard, you will be able to craft it at your weapons workbench under energy guns. It does require gunsmith rank 2 to craft, and you can craft it as low as level 10, so amazing gun for new players. And maxes out at level 50. One interesting thing, it does not require any legendary modules to craft, just regular ingredients. Now after you craft it, it will have 50% armor penetration, 15% faster reload speed, and on the last shot from the magazine, it will cause a stun with 50 feet radius. Unfortunately, enemies once stunned are immune to being stunned again for 10 seconds. Now about possible weapons modifications. For the receiver, you have a selection of options. All of them are semi, so there is no automatic option. I do recommend calibrated receiver. It's the best option that you can have, as this weapon performs best in VATS. I was not successful using it outside of VATS. So yeah, VATS it is for this weapon. It is a VATS pistol. Then for the barrel, unfortunately for whatever reason, a lined barrel is missing. I would recommend a lined barrel if that would be an option, but there is no such thing. True long barrel will do very well. After that, we do have luckily a line grip, so that's what I would recommend, unless if you need a little bit more condition, forceful grip. Then the magazine, you can go with standard or large. Large magazine will increase the ammo capacity by 50%, but slows down your reload speed, increase AP cost, increase the weapon weight, and make your stun trigger less often, because stun triggers only with the last bullet. So personally, I prefer to stick to the standard magazine. Then we do have option to put reflex sight, which is reducing AP cost, so I strongly recommend doing that. There is no scope options. And lastly, there is a muzzle that cannot be changed. There is only one option, energy muzzle. And even though it does look kind of like a suppressor, similar model, it is not a suppressor. This weapon is not silent, which was a disappointment for me when I discovered that. It's not the loudest. I think it's medium level noise coded for it, so no, stealth will not work very well, to answer your question. It's almost impossible. It's possible to sneak a little bit, but you will be detected here and there, even with unyielding armor, 40 agility, and max out sneak perks. So, not very good for sneak. There are better options if you want to sneak around. And the paints available, the blackout paint, that's exclusive to Fallout First, and that's my favorite. The default appearance is not bad at all. default appearance is really good. And then you have diamond paint, which is very original if you want a white and gold. And lastly, the poker paint. That's the least favorite for me. But those are all the paints that you can unlock on the scoreboard for this gun. Now, how does it work and how does it compare with other weapons? You probably want to know it, so I will tell you. So first, let's shoot some enemies so you will see how this gun works. It's using fusion cells. And it has this cool electric animation and cool custom death animation. Some of the enemies will burn from this lightning into a nice white, yellowish, I don't know, color. And change into ash pile. And you were able to see the explosion that has been happening with the last bullet. Now, there was last bullet without explosion sometimes. It is happening. Sometimes there is no explosion when you have last bullet. And ammo is dropping from enemies, so this weapon is very ammo efficient. Let's see if I can get another explosion. There it is. That's the stun explosion. And if you wonder, look at the Scorpion is being stunned. So goofy. Scorpion is being stunned is so goofy. If you wonder now, yes, the size of the explosion is boosted by Grenadier perk. It is boosted by Grenadier perk, and because this weapon is energy weapon, the damage is boosted by science perks. Apart from that, it's regular semi-pistol. Now, as you can see, this legendary Scorch, I'm doing damage, but damage is not the greatest. If I want to do really high damage, I could use my Slugbuster. That will perform better. Okay, that's a Slugbuster for comparison. Modded as a pistol. It's doing slightly higher damage and has much higher mag capacity. So, the pistol is definitely not the strongest. It's not the strongest weapon in the game. It's not the strongest kit on the block. But it's a very cool one. None other weapon will offer you this cool explosion with a stun effect. It's good enough for regular enemies. Like this stun and the animations. Those are very cool. And if you reload a lot when you have no ammo, you can get this stun animation more often. Not great for bashing, but can stun. Like, that's something cool. Like, you can get stun animation if you bash without ammo, because it's the last bullet. But you need to get rid of the ammo. Maybe there is some more interesting stuff that can be happening when you hold this weapon without ammo. Still to be discovered. Maybe in the future we'll discover some. The damage as a bloodied low health build, 119. So the Slugbuster damage is higher. It's 170. So yes, it is higher. But that's a mixed damage. And in case of this pistol, it's all energy, so that's slightly better. Unfortunately, there is no perforating magazine that would improve the damage of this pistol greatly. And lastly, you probably wonder, how does it compare with Alien Blaster? It doesn't compare with Alien Blaster. Alien Blaster has like 3 times higher fire rate, 3 times higher ammo capacity, the same range, the same VATS accuracy, only slightly higher AP cost, and can slow enemies, and you can boost it with Demo Expert if you put a snowballs on it. And it's silent. So yeah, it will not be able to compete with Alien Blaster that currently dominates all the gunslinger weapons by a mile. But if not comparing to the Alien Blaster, Circuit Breaker is really good. If we compare it with Fusion Crusader pistol, yeah, Crusader pistol does a little bit more damage and is silent because you can put suppressor on it. The only thing that Crusader pistol doesn't do as good, it's slightly more expensive in regards of AP cost and do not have this cool random animation and stun at the end of magazine. So there is something. if you discover any cool interactions, I recommend to try. Maybe you'll find something. When running with this pistol without ammo, let me know. If you will be able to discover any cool interactions with this pistol without ammo, maybe with tossing stuff, or bashing, or launching a missile and then swapping weapon to this one, let me know if anything happens. I'm curious. I know bashing works, so that's something. Bashing works without ammo, so maybe you can have it as sidearm and occasionally switch. Just bash your enemy and switch back to your main weapon as a side use case for this weapon to stun everything around you. Maybe you can do that. I don't know how well this stun works on something like Mirelux. I'm pretty sure I see a bunch of Mirelux. Yeah, Mirelux Kings. Okay, those scary. Scary creatures. Don't kill me. Okay, bash. Okay, the stun... The stun works like at random a little bit. And now for 10 seconds they're immune. So I probably cannot stun them again. Yeah, for 10 seconds they cannot get stunned. They all are using the Sonic Spear. Is it 10 seconds already? Can I stun you again? Oh, I can. Okay, that's a very cool weapon. Although stun itself does 0 damage. So it's only for stun. No damage. Okay, I can do one more test. I think I have one regular grenade. How will that work? No, I don't think there was any stun unless I completely missed. I have one different grenade. Oh! Did work! Okay, so that's cool. That did work. So first one missed. Okay, so it works with grenades. Who knows with what else? How useful this knowledge is for you? I have no idea. But here you go. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching, and I hope you will enjoy your circuit breaker. However good or bad it is cool. And see you in the next one.